Hey, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in back. Hope you are doing well, and let's talk about or let's continue talking about approval addiction. And in the last video we talked about approval, the origins or the root cause of approval addiction. We also talked about a little bit of explained what actually approval addiction is and how to overcome it. Today I just want to give you a few signs of approval addiction, so that way you can examine, or even maybe somebody that has this kind of behaviors, and maybe that will help. And there are numerous signs, but I'll just talk about a few. I actually wrote about 7 only out of so many. Again, from the last video we said that approval addiction, it is when we are addicted to approval, and it's rooted down to not feeling, not having a sense of self-worth, having a low self-esteem because of an unmet need, a heart issue. So I want to remind you also to subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and ask questions. And also I do leave my information, so if you need further us to talk, you can always reach me through the information that we leave at the end of the video. So the first sign is people pleasing. We know people that like to please, like they are always there for people. They are always helping. They are always the first one to to volunteer to do anything. Now, there is nothing wrong with that. Like we said, a good healthy amount of that is okay. I think the issue is always the motive of the heart. Okay, so we're not saying that if you're always volunteering or you're doing that, it's always coming to from a bad place, but you want to watch it. If you are always doing that, ask yourself, why am I doing that? Why am I always finding like wanting to please people? Because again, a good amount is not bad. It's not bad to please people. It's not bad to do something for people. So people pleasing is one of the approval addiction signs of approval addiction. The second one is that people that have approval addiction condition, they are like a chameleon. They don't have a stand. They don't express opinions. They kind of conform with the crowd, with the people, and them. I know you've seen those kind of people. Those are people that are afraid to express opinions because somebody may get offended and not approve of them. Because remember, they are afraid to be rejected. They are afraid, about their own worth, and so most of the times, even when they disagree, they don't they don't express it. And again, they conform most of the times, and they are people who change. You know how a chameleon is, they are with this crowd. They behave like how the crowd is. They go to the next place, and people are behaving a certain way or talking a certain way. They talk like those people, and that is somebody who has also lost a sense of not only value but even identity. They don't everybody has a uniqueness, but they have kind of buried theirs down because they think that they need to be approved, so they have to go along with everybody so that they can please people. The third one is constantly apologizing. They are constantly apologizing. They don't want to offend somebody, so it's like they are constantly wanting to be in good books with people, so they are apologizing whether it's their fault or not. And again, nothing wrong with apologizing, but when you're doing it excessively and for the wrong reason, then that you might have approval addiction problem, or just approval. You need to approval from people. So the other thing that we can talk about that is related with that is passive aggression, because people that are addicted or need approval excessively from people or external validation, they don't express their opinions, they don't have a stand, they so they have buried emotions. And what that causes actually passive aggression. Like they are mad on the inside, they are angry on the inside, and so they are the passive aggressive behavior. And sometimes I've seen it even exhibiting as sarcasm. They're sarcastic. That is all people. It's somebody who has bottled up their anger, their opinion, or even just frustrations of feeling like burnt out because of all the things that they are doing without to get validated. So and then the other thing is that they rely on praises, on compliments to get confidence and be energized. So this is really sad that approval addiction and most of these emotional needs that we have, it's like we give our power to people. So somebody that is hungry of approval and validation, they're just waiting for people to give them compliments, to tell them you're doing a good job, you're a good mother, you've raised very good children, you're very smart, all the things that will energize them. That way they feel they are somebody, because the people on the outside are telling them, not because they are feeling on the inside. So that's what I'm saying, is like you've given your power. And the Bible says that, God has not given us a spirit of fear, fear of rejection, fear of not being approved, but He has given us a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. So when we give our power away, we are living below God's standards, and so we are going to struggle. So constantly, that's why maybe you've seen people that are very up and down. Their moods go up and down. One time the energy level is here, and then it just goes under. And sometimes it's because maybe they were so high when they were being validated, when all the attention was to them, and then when that attention goes, they just go under. And of course, this also is related to chemical imbalance in our brain too. Emotion and mental health, mental and emotion, you cannot separate them. Okay, that's organic things going on in our brains, and the emotion, which is in our hearts or subconscious, those are so related. You find that if you have an emotional problem, emotional need, is going to affect your brain organically. Okay, so yeah, so that, I think that is, those are the most common ones. And I think I should emphasize the one that people that have approval addiction, they don't say no, because again, they're trying to please everybody. So saying no might offend somebody, so they are a yes person. And this is, if you want to really get burnt out so fast, is if you don't say no. Because if you don't say no and you're always out there, you soon get burnt out, and the emotions that come out of that are so they actually multiply, because you feel like people have been using you, you feel like you've been there for people and they didn't, they are not there for you when you need them. So there's so many things, and that's why we need to create boundaries. And when we create boundaries, saying no is part of creating a boundary. But people with approval addiction, they have a problem with that, saying no. So because they are always pleasing. So I think I've mentioned the most common ones, and there could be so many others there, but I just thought that we should, talk about the signs and how to recognize if you have approval addiction. And I hope this video has helped you, and that you're getting stronger and you're becoming healthy in your emotions, in your spiritual life, and that we have to remember that, and I believe strongly, you cannot be spiritually mature without being emotionally mature. They are so connected, and I think most of the times we've talked about just the spiritual and forgotten about the emotional part of us. And so in this channel, we'll be talking about wholeness, how to recognize how we are made, how God created us, and how to bring all those parts together to make a whole some being that is going to be not only functional and effective in this world, but also, you're building, your life with eternity with God. And not and identifying the struggles that you go through without feeling that, that is emotional part. God is not concerned with it. No, God is concerned with all our well-being, our whole being. And so till next time, have a good time. Okay.